Of all the human inventions, this is the defining moment of humanity. What AI has done has changed everything, because now knowledge, which was a scarce thing, like you pay for a lawyer, you pay for a doctor, you pay for an accountant, you pay for an expert, has now become infinite and basically free. It's a deflationary nuclear bomb.
Bitcoin Zella stands out with its simplicity and clarity. We've crafted an experience that anyone can dive into, whether you're a crypto expert or just a new to the crypto world. Now, guess who keeps his eye on us? The author of best-selling book Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. And we want to take this opportunity and thank all the people who trusted us, and we read every comment. And the best part, it's free. Subscribing now means you will get all new information for free. Don't just follow the trends, stay ahead of them. Subscribe to Bitcoin Zella today and enjoy the new edge. Raoul Pal, founder and CEO of Real Vision, shares his macro outlook and why he thinks we're headed for an economic singularity with the rise of AI. Raoul Pal is here to answer any questions about the latest developments in tech, markets, and the exponential age.
We think it's pretty easy to deal with. The economy goes up and down, markets go up. We've got this new framework, fine. But I started thinking about this in more detail and said, okay, how does economies work? And what is happening, right? This massive scaling of AI, which is only going to hyper-accelerate, and all of the adjacent technologies, from data to energy to robotics to biogenetics and 3D printing, you name it, right? There's a whole bunch of stuff around this. And I'm like, okay, well, let's think about this. And I had been for a long time, as you know, using that framework of debt, demographics, and deflation. That was my framework. What's that based on? Well, GDP, trend rate of GDP is driven by population growth plus productivity growth plus debt growth. So if you think of the world prior to 2008, debt was growing fast and population was growing reasonably well. And the world was relatively productive because the population was not as old as it is today. But debt growth stopped in 2008. It all became about servicing debt. So debt growth now is just the servicing of old debts and adding to it. But it's not debt growth to print money, to borrow money to build new roads or anything else productive. It's not productive. Population growth in every major country is now in decline. It's shrinking everywhere. The US isn't, because it's had a decent immigration rate, which has kept it to have a trend rate of growth of 1.75. Japan, no immigration. What's happened to Japanese GDP? It's like 0.5% trend rate. So it's been the balancing factor, but most countries are now trying to stop immigration, but not even immigration, the population's not reproducing. So nobody's reproducing, so we can predict out what's going to happen to economies into the future. And that is trend rate of GDP just keeps falling. So we've got debts rising because we're just servicing debts on top of servicing debts. We've got population that is aging and shrinking. And productivity, because too many old people, is not there. That's our problem, right? That's the existing problem. The answer is the everything code. Just keep printing money and just keep kicking the can down the road. And over time, you will lower the value of the debt in percentage terms versus GDP. That's the hope. But then something happened. Something happened that was a miracle. AI came, which is the biggest technological event in all of humanity. I think it's the same, or if not larger, than the splitting of the atom. Of all the human inventions, this is the defining moment of humanity. What AI has done has changed everything, because now knowledge, which was a scarce thing, like you pay for a lawyer, you pay for a doctor, you pay for an accountant, you pay for an expert, has now become infinite and basically free. It's a deflationary nuclear bomb.
October is the second best month for Bitcoin since 2013, posting an average return of 21%. Bitcoin posted an unusual 7.29% increase in September. Per data from CoinGlass, historically, September has been the most underwhelming month for Bitcoin, with the premier crypto asset posting a net loss in 8 of the last 12 years. On average, Bitcoin had a deficit of 3.77%. However, the firstborn cryptocurrency saw substantial gains this September, boosting the confidence of crypto enthusiasts ahead of October. October has historically been Bitcoin's second-best month in terms of price uptick, with only November outperforming it. Since 2013, Bitcoin has posted a monthly gain 9 times in October, with an average growth of 21%. As a result, market commentators have become increasingly optimistic that October will not be different this year. Notably, some interesting facts about October, as the crypto community fondly calls it, get investors excited. According to Look and Chain, up to 5 crypto bull runs started in October. The analysis shows that the market surge in 2013 started in the 10th month, with Bitcoin pumping 60.79% before a 449% uptick in November. In 2017, the month of October facilitated another bullish upsurge. After a choppy September, October led Bitcoin's rebound from around $4,000, with a monthly gain of 47.81%. Bitcoin continued the price uptick, peaking at $16,919. The same happened in 2020, when Bitcoin surged 27.7% in October from $10,800. This bullish momentum continued until the premier crypto asset surged almost 600% to $60,000 in April 2021. Notably, Bitcoin surged 39.9% and 28.52% in 2021 and 2023, sparking a market rebound in those years. Bitcoin hit new all-time highs in November 2023 after the rebound, while the 2023 October performance pushed the asset to the March 2024 ATH of $73,700. If the 21% average Bitcoin returns are considered, Bitcoin could see a new high in October. A surge of that magnitude would push the premier asset from its current price of $64,000 to $77,440. Meanwhile, analyst Bitcoin Hype pointed to an impending upseason only Q4 performance. The market commentator revealed that in the years Bitcoin posted returns in September, it went on to record huge returns throughout the remaining months of the year. This trend occurred in 2015, 2016, and 2023.
But what is AI? Well, it's a human mind, let's say. It's exchangeable for a human mind. A robot, exchangeable for a human body. Amazon already employs almost more robots than humans now, and that'll keep going. So what you've got is infinite humans. Now, so that's the population growth part of the equation. Holy fuck, we've just gone from slowing population growth to, oh my God, in a few years' time, it's going to go infinite. We can see the AI and the robots scaling to billions and billions and billions. If you listen to Elon Musk, all of these people, they're talking about, well, there'll be a billion humanoid robots by 2035 or 2040, whatever it's like. People don't understand the impact, the economic impact of infinitely scaling human ability. Then the productivity side. So we're all more productive using AI and stuff like that, but that's not the big game changer to the conversation we were having before. If productivity is the amount of output you get per kilojoule of energy. So, there's two factors there, is becoming more efficient, which is what technology does. But really, electricity prices have been pretty stable for a very long time. But if I'm right that electricity becomes abundant, it's going to collapse in price.
Mm-hmm.
So if technology falls, if electricity costs in 6-8 years' time fall by 50%, that's a 2x multiplier on productivity. If you then add in, because the equation is population plus productivity, if you add in the infinite population growth, now obviously it doesn't go infinite immediately, but it's the rate of change, we're going to have la la land GDP.
Others suggested buying the dip as a suitable short-term strategy, despite progress so far fading beyond $65,000. Bitcoin officially made a higher high by closing above $65,000 On the weekly as well, trader, analyst, and podcast host Scott Melker, known as the Wolf of All Streets, noted, "Now we look for dips to buy as it potentially establishes another higher low." Altcoins largely look the same, backtesting their own key breakout resistances as support. Crypto trader, analyst, and entrepreneur Michael Van de Poppy, meanwhile, doubled down on his plan for a new Bitcoin all-time high to come. Took the liquidity above the recent highs and is coming back down. Part of an X post read before the monthly candle completed. "I think we're in a new uptrend, which means that dips are for buying. In that sense, if we get a retest at $60.05, 61.3K, I'm interested before we test the ATH. And do not forget to subscribe to Bitcoin Zella. The most important news will reach your inbox on a daily basis and for free. I do not know why you have not subscribed yet. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more daily updates. Remember, knowledge is power, and we're here to empower you on your financial journey. Until next time, happy investing.